am. Okay, it looks like we are live. Can somebody please drop a comment and tell me that they can hear my audio and see my video? That would be awesome. Before we get into this, got a thumbs up from somebody here. I'm looking for the comments. Both. Curtis, you're awesome. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, I'm gonna give this a second here, or we'll give this a minute as people pop on. Welcome everybody. And what we're gonna go over today is I'm gonna go into a little bit of a deep dive on one or two specific features that I think are important for everybody. Some, because Art Storefronts is an all-in-one solution, it covers a ton. There's a ton that we do. So we rarely get to show the detail, of some things that are really important or that help you save time and all that good stuff. And so that's what we're gonna do that today, and I'm gonna take your questions. So the first thing I'll do is just kick it off. I'm Nick Friend. I am the CEO and owner of Art Storefronts. You can see that in that little name tag that's down there. I guess I should point right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take you through this. So a couple things I wanna mention up front. In the actual post, in this Facebook post, you will notice I put links to 3 different resources that I will be mentioning today, okay? That you'll probably wanna check out when we're done. And so I will reference them throughout, and it'll be obvious, what you need to do at that time. So, all right, so what I'm gonna do is share my screen. So if I just need one more confirmation from you guys to tell me that the screen share is working. Can you guys see it? Should look a little weird right here. Okay. We are going to move forward. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna show you a page. I just Googled Art Storefronts versus Shopify. You can do Squarespace or anything. Well, I should go back. You'll notice that we have this comparison here, and we have comparisons to a lot of different website platforms. And then if you scroll down, you will see this feature comparison section where you can click on these sections. So if I click on basic website features, you'll see how Art Storefront stacks up. There's some features that we have that they don't have. But more importantly is when you get into all the art selling stuff. So if we get into the art selling features, and I'm not gonna go into all of these, this link to this page is one of the resources for you. So you guys can review this after the fact. But you'll see that as I open each of these, there's just a ton of features on the Art Storefronts platform. And so I'm going down, I'm going to Art Business Management Tools. And right here, easy uploading with automatic size calculation for prints and dead simple media and frame and price management. So for those of you who have had a website before, you may have experienced this, and when you're setting up media types and all the different things that you need to do for any given image that you upload, if you're selling frames or if you're not doing any of that, like all of that can be a lot of work, including establishing your pricing for that specific upload. So I want to show what this means right here in the Art Storefronts application. So I'm going to go right here into the Art Storefronts application, into a test site. And I'm in what we call the site manager, and I'm on the pages tab. So you can see the tree of web pages here and where you can add a page. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go into the warehouse, because the warehouse is where you upload your images so that you can make them available for sale anywhere on the site. So I go into the warehouse, I click Add Products. I'm going to go ahead and upload this image. And you can see here that it's showing us the progress of the upload. Right after this finishes uploading, it's going to say processing. And when that's happening, what it's actually doing is it's analyzing the file for its quality, right? And we want to know the resolution, the PPI. We want to know the aspect ratio and some certain things. And then on the fly, the system is going to create hundreds of derivations of that image so that live 3D previews can be shown on the different media types and the frames and so forth. So I'll go ahead and scroll down and I can see that my image was uploaded right here, all right? And I'm gonna go ahead and click edit so that I can start managing the sizes and the media types. And so as I open it here, just like that, I go to available sizes and the available sizes have been entered in here for me, okay? And I can update them automatically based on the aspect ratio. I go to available media and all the media types that are available for the fulfillment partner that I am using, right? Now, you don't have to use a fulfillment partner. You can self-fulfill. But if you are using a fulfillment vendor, which is one of our printing companies, then all of their media types will be automatically loaded in here for you. And all you have to do is toggle on and off the ones that you want to offer, right? And if you hover over these blue question marks, you'll see exactly what the product is, what printer it was printed on, and what ink, okay? What style finishes it is available on, and so forth. And so, for example, we've got 4 canvases here. For a consumer only needs to know that it's canvas, right? But you will see different options because all of these are different price points of canvas and different quality levels. Because at Art Storefronts, we're giving you the option of, you know, the highest end 100-year plus archival certified, the Ferrari product, all the way down to a more decorative art type of canvas, for example. But offering your media types is as simple as this, right? You can toggle them all off and then select the ones that you want to offer really quickly. And I'll just do that just to show you guys. When I'm ready to go, I'll just click save. It says save successfully. And then I can go and just preview the site. I'll just open this in a new tab. And just like that, I'm literally done, okay? This image is now available on all of these media types for sale in, what was that, 30 seconds? It's ready with frames. So I click on frames here and you see that this thing can literally be purchased in a second. So as you're out there, you're painting or you're shooting new photographs, once you're done shooting or painting and you have your digital image, you upload it, and it's literally available for sale that fast because we want you to get back to marketing. This should be a very easy process for you as you run your business over time and you're uploading, okay? So you might be wondering where you set the pricing. So if I go back to my warehouse, and then I will click on the pricing tab. Once it loads here, the screen share is obviously causing this to be a little slow. Come on now. There we go. All right, pricing. So you'll see you have framing options as well that you can toggle on and off. But manage your markups. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and then I'm led to an edit markups page where I can set my markups for style finishes, such as like gallery wraps, print options, and individual frames, okay? And then all of my markups are by media type, right? I can do it by percentages, or I can add fixed amounts. By default, any new customer that's on Art Storefronts that has never done their own pricing, we're always recommending some defaults here. Typically, it's 250% markup, right? And so you can see the name of the media type and the markup here, right? So I've got an 8x12 at 250% markup. Now, what this means is that since I only have one size here and one markup percentage, every single size that is offered for any image that I upload will be a 250% markup. I don't need to enter them one by one. If I want to get more granular though, all I have to do is click this plus button and I can say, oh, you know what, for a 40x60, I'm gonna just go with 200, you know, to make that a little bit more economical. And as you can see here, it automatically will calculate all of your pricing so you understand what your costs are from the print vendor, what your markups are, and what your final price would be, okay? And so you just do that for all of your media types if you want to override our defaults, and then this will apply to every single image that is in this warehouse. So as you upload new images over time, you don't have to continually set new pricing. That pricing right there is global. It will apply to everything in the warehouse, making it super easy to change your pricing for any single media type or for the frames at any time that you want to. At the same time, you also have media type options on the warehouse level. So if you just want to turn something off for all of your products in one shot, you can do it right here. So you've got a lot of options here to make that really simple. But the entire point is to make it easy for you guys to manage your website and to manage, your selling options, and so that the maximum amount of time that you guys are spending is not on your site and it's on the marketing, because the marketing is going to make all the difference. Okay, so back to us. All right, so if you guys have questions, go ahead and start entering them in. But the thing that I want to say overall is that there are two main problems that you're trying to solve as a photographer or artist, right? We talked about this a lot. This is the most important things from a high level. Number one is you need a proper art gallery website with all the features and the functionality, to give your customers a great experience and to convert the maximum number of visitors into buyers. The second thing is you need a consistent marketing program that works, a marketing plan that works over time, so that you can generate leads and turn them into customers over time. Those are the two problems. Most photographers and artists have either not solved both of them or one of them. It applies to pretty much 99.99% of everybody that we talk to. So, when you're thinking about your own business, ask yourself that question. Do I really have a proper art gallery website, or am I, forcing my customers into a generic website that's not meant for selling art, that is has a lot of friction in the buying process, and maybe that's the biggest problem that I have? Or do I not have enough eyeballs on my work? Do I not have enough leads that I'm generating every month that are turning into sales? If you're not selling $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month from or a year from your website, then you definitely don't have enough leads. You've got primarily a marketing problem. So at a high level, it's, you don't have to make it any more complicated than that. You've got to solve those two things. Now, there's a lot underneath that, but on a high level, if you don't have those two things solved, those are probably the two main things that are getting in your way. Okay, so that's the important thing that I wanted to pass along here. And for those of you who want to see a full demo, or like at least a longer demo of that, that's where we go back to this Facebook post. If you look up in the text of this Facebook Live post, I put a link in there to a live demo session. Okay, and we had Reed, one of the Art Storefronts team members, go through like a 20-minute demo showing the front end features and some of the marketing and business consulting features in the back end, so you could see that. He answered a bunch of pricing questions in detail on that, and then we took Q&A from non-Art Storefronts members. So that's a great one to watch there if you want to see more of the back end and more of the market, like what the marketing product entails. In addition to that, I also put another link. This was really cool. On Friday, we did a session where non-Art Storefronts members were able to talk to Art Storefronts members. That was really cool. We winged it, and we just let whatever happen. We didn't prime the pump and ask a whole bunch of people, specifically if they could come on. All we did was drop a link in our private forum and say, hey, if you want to, I'm sure our non-members are going to have questions for you. If you'd be willing to join and tell them about your experience so that they can hear about it, that would be great. And the reason that I wanted to do that was because it is very hard to articulate like the depth and breadth of an all-in-one solution that we offer. Like, you get a feel for it when you look at that entire feature list that I showed you, right? That's another one of the links that's in the text, like the Art Storefronts versus Shopify or Art Storefronts versus Squarespace. But to hear it from the members themselves and to understand what has brought them value, why it has been a good investment for them, what they think about it, I think gives a different perspective than a lot of people who come in and just don't know a lot about us yet. And instantly there's a tendency for people to, like, for artists and photographers to put us into a box, like, oh, you're like this, oh, or you're just a website company, or you're this. And we are so much more than all of that. And it's oftentimes better to hear it from people who have actually used it. And so I totally support you guys watching that. Ask any questions, reach out to any members. I think it could be very beneficial. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments here, and I'd be happy to answer them, either about our product or what's the most pressing business problem that you guys have right now with your business, or what you're thinking about. Maybe you've got a specific roadblock that's kind of stopping you from moving forward, or you're questioning things. Whatever it is, let's get it out there and let's see if we can answer it. All right, I'm gonna start looking here. So I am live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter right now. So I'm going to go across to Twitter and see what's going on over there. All right, and YouTube and Facebook. Okay, so doesn't look like anybody has any questions. So, or I'm not seeing them. I'm using this special technology to broadcast to all of them. So if you guys have questions later, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and my team will get back to you. All right, thank you so much.